Well, howdy friends, Brian Flechsig of Mad River Outfitters and the Midwest Fly Fishing Schools, and welcome back to a new product alert, and we're also going to call this a best value alert. And that's right friends, actually this video is a little bit overdue because the Courtland guide combos, the Courtland guide fly reels, and the Courtland guide rods have been on the market for a little while now. We've been selling the heck out of them, but I think after this video we're gonna sell the extra heck out of them. I've been selling fly rod and reel outfits for 36 years of my life now, and I have not seen a value like this before. And our friends at Courtland, I'm not even sure how they did it, but they came up with this line of new guide series rods, the guide series reels, and the guide combos. Now, first and foremost, the rods are well under $200. Hold on one second. Let's get clicked in there. The guide series rods are well under $200. It's certainly not the best cork on here. You can see a bunch of filler, but they do have these kind of accents on them. And the finish on them is really excellent for an under $200 and well under $200. They're kind of that matte finish blank. The varnishings and the wrappings are very nice. Most of them do come with a hook keeper, and the reel seats are excellent. It's not just that cheap pot metal. I mean, for crying out loud, you got companies that are selling $225 rods now with that cheap pot metal reel seat. This is a nice designed reel seat on these things. I've been using these rods myself. I don't have to have an expensive fly rod in order to catch fish. I can catch the same number of fish with a $140, $150 rod as I can with a $1,500 rod. You know, nothing wrong with the $1,500 rods. They do cast beautifully, but I don't necessarily need it. And the reels. The first thing I want you to notice is, and let me take this plastic off the reel. This is a fresh outfit. Okay, so first thing to know about the Courtland reel is it is an actual Courtland design. The folks at Courtland designed this reel, and yes, it's made overseas, but it's a Courtland design, and it is a cast aluminum reel. So it's aluminum and not the composite plastic, which a lot of companies are pushing on you these days, and it does make a difference, mostly in durability. The drag system on these reels is it's more drag than you need, just period. You do not need that much drag system. And they keep it simple. There's only two models of the reel. There's a 3 to 5, and then there's a 6 to 8. And so two models. You could put this, it's a little heavy maybe for a 2-weight, maybe even for your average 3-weight, but heck, for the amount of money that they're charging for this reel, these are right around $100. So here is what I would consider a perfectly functional fly reel. You know how I feel. Fly reels, they all three do the same thing. They store the line, they retrieve the line, and they have a drag system should you need it, which in most freshwater situations, you don't even really need a drag system. Is it a saltwater reel? I mean, you could use it in some limited saltwater applications. I'm not gonna sell it and pawn it off as a saltwater reel. It is a cast reel after all, but for the money that they're charging, I'm probably calling one of the best values in the industry right there. Now, if you're thinking about a full outfit, the fly line that comes with the outfits is a Courtland designed line. So it's not just this imported piece of junk that most of your outfits come with. I mean, we all know that the leader and the fly line are your two most important pieces of gear, and then in conjunction with your fly. And if you skimp on the fly line, then the rod doesn't matter. So the fly line is so important, and Courtland is making some of the best lines in the business these days. It is actually a good fly line. It has a welded loop in the front, and it is multicolored. So the head is one color and the running line is another. That's also something that's very rarely you're going to find in an outfit, especially at this price. And the fly lines are decent. They're decent Cortland lines, although I believe they're Cortland designed, but still made overseas. In fact, they almost have to be at this price. So the entire outfits come with the aluminum fly reel, the graphite, most of them labeled as fast action rods. They do have alignment dots. They have an aluminum reel seat, and they're all 4 pieces. They come with the fly line, 2 colors, welded loop, and they're nice casting lines designed for kind of entry-level beginning casters. Proper amount of backing. A lot of these outfits too, they skimp on the backing. Courtland's not skimping on the backing. And it has a 9-foot, this particular outfit has a 9-foot 4X tapered leader. So they actually tell you what the leader is on there. Again, a lot of kits don't do that. And then they come with this durable rod and reel carrier, which is of course very convenient. And it even comes with a little schematic on your reel should you need to do any repairs. I've been fishing with the 10-foot 4-weight here in Pennsylvania for the past couple of days, and it's my new go-to 10-foot 4-weight. It's my new go-to nymphing rod, no question. I'm just buying the rods. I do own a couple of the reels for clients and things like that. In fact, I've been using this reel for steelhead in Ohio, and it's all I need for catching steelhead in the state of Ohio. I don't need anything overly fancy for that. So another cool thing about these combos and the rods is they make a variety of them, and a lot of other companies don't. They actually have a 10.5-foot 3-weight, which they are labeling as the Euro outfit, and it's actually set up with a proper Euro line and a Courtland Euro nymphing leader. So for a very reasonable amount of money, you have an actual Euro rig, and I don't know of any others on the market currently. Then they do 8-foot 4-weight for small stream dry fly fishing. They do a 10-foot 4-weight, which is what I've been using for nymph fishing and love it. A 9-foot 5-weight, which is obviously the best seller and mostly where Average Joe and Average Jane are going to start. You've got a 9-foot 6-weight for your bigger trout, maybe smallmouth, light-duty bass fishing. You have a 9-foot 8-weight freshwater version. That comes with a freshwater big game line. And then you have a saltwater version, which comes with a saltwater big game line. And that's a little more geared towards warmer climes and hotter temperatures. So again, friends, I hesitate in today's day and age to mention prices, because as soon as I do that, prices are going to go up, which seems to be the norm these days. But these are currently well under $200, which I think makes them probably the best value that I have seen in a combo and probably in my career. And for the rods at well under $200, these rods are just, I mean, they're hard to beat. They're nice looking rods. They're good casting rods. Most of them labeled as more or less faster, medium faster action rods. And for right at $100, this reel is absolute slam dunk. So there you have it, friends. You can check out the Courtland Guide Series rod combos at madriveroutfitters.com or stop in the shop if you're around. And if you ever have any questions about these, you can pick up the phone and give us a call. Send us an email at admin@madriveroutfitters.com. Customer service is what we do for a living. Fly fishing is what we love and what we sell. So again, kudos to our friends at Courtland Line Company. Man, those guys are doing great things right now. You're going to be hearing a lot about Courtland from our great friend Kelly Gallup. Kelly now works with Courtland, as many of you all know. So we'll be talking about some new Kelly Gallup lines coming up. So as always, stay tuned. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. That really helps us out. Hit the like button. That makes us feel good. Jump on over to our website, register for our monthly newsletter, and stay tuned because we have a ton more fly fishing content